Welcome back, everybody. Kitsune here, otherwise known as Judas, and welcome back to Skyopolis Evolved. This time, we're gonna continue onwards through the progression, possibly set up some automation for these drawing tables, which shouldn't be too hard. Maybe get some wooden hoppers used, and continue forwards down the casting route. Maybe getting strainers, and finally summoning, which seems to be the gate pearls from all the Sky Factory stuff people have been doing lately. Alright, so I believe a blast brick is going to be our first thing of the day. Get that quest completed. Excellent. Simple equipment modifier can be used to add modifiers to your tools and armor. Well, we need a solidifier first, so that seems a little out of order for the quest, but whatever. We are gonna need a lot more blast bricks than expected. Okay. I see, and I was making clay via these guys, I believe. What's my backpack button? I'm gonna have to figure that out real quick. Very professional here, of course. Sophisticated backpack inventory interaction. C. Well, something else took priority. Yeah, it's fine. I'll leave it in my inventory. Alright. So I think I have enough, if I remember what the recipe I just saw 2 seconds ago was. Excellent. Solidifier, I need 2 of these for the equipment modifier, but we'll go for that last. That seems like a bit of a side grade. I need a simple controller as well. Have some of the blast bricks required for that. This music is louder, I feel like. I still have no idea what that music from earlier was. Feels like a creepypasta. But here we are. That is a top-tier egg. Thank you, chicken. I don't know what that's used for, but hey, we have it now, I guess. Alright. I used an extra blast brick, so now we have to wait for all of it to be done, of course, because I'm a smart man. I hope everyone who views this is having a good day, enjoying the world as it may be, chaos sometimes, but sometimes you gotta take a step back and just play some Minecraft, do something relaxing. All these modern video games with rage moments and all of that, I don't like it. I think that having relaxing times, be it with whatever kind of game you feel like is yours, Stardew Valley, or Factorio, which I might play on this channel one day. I've never touched it myself. Could be fun to do a blind playthrough of. That all being said, we have our simple controller. Alright, next we get a simple tank, which surprisingly requires no glass. I was fully expecting to have to figure out how to get sand, although I bet you there's a way. No, huh, interesting. Alright, now we have the simple tank. Alright, so let's read these real quick. Turns fluids into various items depending on the mold used. When adjacent to a controller, it outputs its fluids into this. Melts items into fluids. Melt fuel used. Colder fluids can be used used by the solidifier to make items from fluids faster. Okay. Interesting. And then a mixer, which requires 2 more tanks. So, let's set this thing up real fast. I still haven't made any sort of house or a base yet. That might be required later on. This random bore. Tank is missing fuel. I see. Alright. So, I need to remember, how do I make lava? It is mulch with the transformation wand, and mulch is just some leaves, which I need more of. We are off to a great start today. There's my sapling grower, and we'll just go down the line. Praise be to our Lord and Savior. That is Ultimine. It was not good enough for what I have asked of it. I may have asked too much. Forgive me, Ultimine. I am being mean. But as we move through this today, I hope everyone's doing well, all that jazz. More Skyopolis. I'm thinking of trying to make this once a week. On Tuesday, I'll upload one of these and just go for a while. I don't know if anyone will watch, but if I at least can make one person happy, I want to see if I can do that, because it makes me happy. Now, you'll also notice, after doing all of that, I didn't grab any leaves, because I just forgot. So, I should probably do that as well. That would be the smart option. I should leave the oak ones here. As for plans for a house, I'm thinking that maybe I might do it between recording sessions, because I'm very bad at the whole building thing, so I might save you guys from the trauma of watching Judas build, as it is certainly a traumatic experience, I have been told. All the years of playing Minecraft, building has been the one thing I never thought to focus on. Being said, we are also hydrating through all of my food flavor. We're already at 2 extra hearts. We're gonna do all this back here. Well, I guess we only need 1 for now. I forgot it lights me on fire. I've made the same mistake twice now. Incredible. Alright. Hopefully that doesn't need too much before we get iron. Excellent. Hold shift to dump fluid and then click to dump fluid. Interesting. Okay. But looks like we're making our way towards obsidian here. This liquid mover actually might be of some assistance. Did I make it wrong? Yes, I did. Shift for more info. That looks like less info, but I appreciate you. Ooh, an armor bag. What do we got? Copper helmet. I guess. Not quite as cool as our speed boots, but we will take what we can get. You know, I completely forgot everything that I learned about this mod in our first episode. Am I out of cobblestone? Beans. Okay. I can get more really quickly here with the wand. as I'm going around here, if anyone has any tips or anything about how this pack works, feel free to drop them in the comments section. I don't exactly know if I'll have enough people watching to see anything extremely useful about the information, but hey, if anyone gives me a tip that I can use, I will most certainly put it to use. And already broke the axe. We are doing great. Welcome to Skyopolis, where he just chops down a tree for 7 hours because he realized he needed more leaves. And it hurts him to leave a tree like this. And we also made a pickaxe, so future ones we can just use that cobblestone generator of ours. I'm great at Minecraft. Good lord. Alright. Let's get this done. There we are. There's that, and beautiful. I also need to figure out where this whistling comes from. I've seen it in a couple, or not seen it, I guess, heard it in a couple packs that I've played fairly recently, and I have no idea what it's used for. You know, if you really want to give me a good comment about useful things, tell me what that does. I want to know what's with all the whistling. In the meantime, I also feel like I should make another furnace here to get more of our charcoal going. Wow, that is 4 of them dropping directly into the lava immediately. Alright. Take 8. That smelts a whole stack, so we'll just leave that in the background. Excellent. Alright, so this simple mixer is what we're going for here. Needs 2 simple tanks and 6 black bricks. And there is 1 simple tank. We just need to wait on a little bit more of our bricks to cook up. I've noticed in this catalog here, there's a lot of different colors of wood and a homestone. If that makes a house for me, it'd be useful, but I don't think that's what it's going for. Got a copper stick. Could use the spray can to design a very colorful house, but I also feel like that would look extremely ugly to anyone that isn't me, so probably not. There we are. Simple mixer. Excellent. And this lets us mix different fluids together. An alloy of lava and water can be mixed to make obsidian. So we need molten obsidian, which is lava and water. I bet this controller could probably be also used. Place whisks above mixer. A simple whisk. Ooh. Don't have... Huh, alright. Don't have the ability to do that quite yet. However, let me also place the solidifier in a place that was taken up by grass, apparently. There we go. Now, can this make me lava? I was really hoping it could. Is this fluid generator? Nowhere near it. Alright. So, step one, I'm going to need a lot of buckets. And no one say anything. Not a word in the comments. Alright. Oh, of course it went in my inventory instead. That's beautiful. Okay. Alright, so we have some lava in there. Now we take one of these, put some water in here, and that is mixing. Excellent. Not at too bad of a speed either. That did all of it. Where it's now in the solidifier. How do I use the solidifier? That's the controller. Simple solidifier. Adjacent to a controller, it will output fluids into this. I think I need to get another tank. So my guess is that I need a cooling liquid. So if I put some water next to this thing, let's take 2 buckets right now. Ticks per recipe, 160. Do I need a cast? Let's see here. Yeah, I need a mold. Okay. Wow. There's quite a few options, and I don't think I have any of them. Huh. My best option that I've seen so far is, ironically enough, wheat, which I haven't come across yet. Let me... Yeah, this is just all of the ore blocks. Oh, the other... Okay, so I think it's just any block that can be made from a 9x9 of something else. Yeah, we've cycled back to the start of it. Okay, well, I was thinking I'd need to make a farm at some point, so let's do that. Get some cobblestone to make the hoe I already have in my inventory. Oh, worms are in this. These guys are great. They speed up crop growth immensely. I'm not going to be the most efficient with them, but just place a few of those guys down and they'll help us out quite a bit. Plus this will solve my issue of always eating apples, at least for a while. And then let's cheat and get some wheat here. I have 6. I just need quite a bit more, actually. Dang. bones. I also need to sleep, so we're gonna do that. Now, and for some of that bone meal, maybe I'll... Actually... I'm an old Minecraft player. I like a red bed. There we go. It just feels better, you know? I don't suppose the sapling grower works on other things. No. Darn. Alright. Well, go around collecting bones then. You just go directly into bones, and then directly into bone meal. Excelente. Yeah, 10 wheat. Beautiful. Probably could have been much more efficient with that, but it's fine. And then 4 of you guys. Makes me a block mold. Alright. And then it's 160 ticks per recipe. That's me making obsidian. Use 10 milliliters of water. It's not bad. Get a loot bag. This gives more bones. Yay, I did need some more food. Excellent. That is more bread. And another new food type. We're rocking through those. Need some drawers here soon for stuff. But I want to make this simple equipment modifier, so I need 2 simple solidifiers. Let's start there. We're going to need 12 blast bricks. Wow, that was well done. I need 1 more brick. And then 6 more blast bricks, which we don't have the bricks for at the moment. So more clay. Let's see this equipment modifier. G to open guide. Oh, wow, that is a lot of stuff. Okay, this is food input, equipment input, and all of that. It doesn't tell me how to do it. I'm on the solidifier. No, hold on. Am I in uses for the... Okay, your first modifier will add level 1 tier. Additional modifiers require an additional level. Use your tools to level up and get more. This just feels like Tinker's construct rules. I can work with that. More charcoal going, because clearly we're going to use a lot of it. We have not used the simple controller for anything. I would love to, but it just doesn't seem useful yet. Leather is still something I need to find some of. And then we can also make a mesh mold to start working. Will that give me obsidian mesh, I wonder? I bet that's where that's going. We have to melt down the obsidian once again. No, stone mesh. We're gonna melt down some stone. I see, I see. Interesting. Well, you know what? It's probably gonna be better if I keep these all separated. Because then they can't move liquid into each other. I feel like that is going to be an issue if I let it be an issue. So we're not going to do that. Dig out a little area. And we're going to put our mixer over here. I could make these look so much better. The fact that this is to the side is now irritating me. But it's fine for now. I will make it work. Now, I also wonder... Let's make some lava. I cannot use a fluid mover on you, so... Simple mixer. Running back into the water. I want to do some testing here. Why did it want me to make obsidian? Why is this useful yet? Hey, I don't quite see how this is needed. Surely it will... Well, it's a good speed block, I guess. Does the strainer need obsidian? The mesh doesn't need obsidian. What is the point of making me make obsidian? I don't quite get it. Just to prove I know how the thing works, I guess? Made me make a farm and everything to get that. Wow. Are these bones just generating? I could have sworn I checked out that far. Oh, thick rotten flesh can be used for a book. Well, have to do that in a bit. But wow, I have not been keeping up with my production. Oh, the copper helmet is actually oxidizing. That's cool. That's a nice detail. I like that. Give me strainer tanks, and strainer tanks are very useful. Gate pearls will come from ice balls, and that will let me start farming mobs, but I'll probably have to get some armor going before that. Are there armor loot boxes in here? Armor bags. Yes, they are. Let's grab another one real quick. What do we get? Copper chestplate. I'll take it. All right. This is certainly an episode. This is me running around for basically no time whatsoever. Between episodes, I'm gonna actually learn how to edit these things so I don't do this in the future, because this is probably pretty boring. But hey, gets me out there for the time while I work on that. So it's fine. Now, a simple controller. Melt down the cobblestone. So we go back and grab strainer reward. Put it in the fluid mover. put it into here. Put the mesh mold on. And we get a stone mesh, our first tier of mesh. I do have a bit of experience with the strainers mod. I played Skyopolis a while ago. I don't know why I grabbed water. To destroy one of my plants, obviously. So I know generally how this mod works and what exactly to look out for with it. I'm gonna need a strainer on top of the two, so... It will only do one of them at a time. That's sad. I was hoping it would go multiples. Nope. No, it... I think it did do both of them at once. Alright, well, let's see while that's going. You can see all of the "you need an axe to top down trees" messages in the chat. And we grab some sticks. We grab 3 logs. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And now we have a strainer. Excellent. We need that second mesh that we had grabbed. And we need put some water flowing through this. This is why I gave it its own little corner for the moment. We'll do that as well for now to make it look a little better. Eventually those strainer tanks will let us contain the water itself, so that'll be much easier. Now, what do we need to put in here? Just straight dirt, it would seem. We can also use mud. Let's see here. What do we have more at the moment? Dirt. We'll just throw dirt in there. Alright. When did I get... Oh, those are guard spawnings, not cow spawnings. Right, I remember. I got those at the very beginning of the pack. Stone pebbles can be used for cobblestone. Not exactly what I'm hoping for. They have an animation now. That's new. I think, at least. Rocks can be 1 for 1 to cobblestone. I hope I'm getting the second set of... Yeah, there we are. Sandstone chunks and ice chunks. There we are. Let's get both these quests. Plenty more coins. We also need some red sand chunks. And then we can make an ice ball as well, which should at least come in very handy. This also means I don't really need that cobblestone gen as much as I thought I would, but it's fine. Just need to check on one thing real fast. Yeah. Alright. Check up on my recording. Already been going for 34 minutes, and I feel like I haven't made much progress, so I think I'm going to have to start cutting stuff between and actually figuring out how to work all this. But one last thing, make too many blast bricks, and then just need to make a colored crafting table real quick. Simple equipment modifier. There we go. That, I think, that loud noise is our first entire chapter completed. It gives us a tool bag, which gives us a golden pickaxe. That is, quite frankly, a horrible reward. I love it. Well, hey. Alright. Let's, real quick, let's do the ice thing. Get the ice ball. Oh, why you gotta be raining? Wow, that is a lot louder than I thought it would go, because weather's at max. There we go, nice background rain. So I'll just need to get some rotten flesh, and then we can start the summoning chapter. Get a summoning block, more guards, a void portal, where it's always night. And really start getting us further down the line. I am admittedly a little worried about the sea lands. Those of you who know old Minecraft know about the fact that there is a mod that I might want to work on that between. I can set up automation for that later. There's a mod called, I believe, Erebus was the pronunciation, that was very much based around insects and bugs and their own dimension. And I couldn't handle it, like, at all. I almost had to give up on FTB. Or, not FTB, just... Was Project Ozone an FTB? I don't remember now. But I almost had to give up on a Project Ozone playthrough because I was playing Kappa mode and had to go through it. And it basically was way too much for me. I cannot stand the buzzing sound that insects make. So if this pack goes into there, I may have to get a little uncomfortable, but if I have enough people still wanting me to do it, then perhaps I will brave the lands of the unknown. Wow, strainer tanks are quite expensive, but that is fair. They are so useful. But, let's see, what is next on our list? I guess waiting for red sand could be, yeah, we can make some red sand as well, satisfy that part of the quest book. Excellent. And now if we make a strainer tank, we can complete the entirety of strainers as well. And then we do have to go back and complete some of this other stuff in those quests too. But I am not surprised. It will take quite a bit of effort to complete this. I need 2 more strainer things. Oh, so it was just a visual bug last time. Interesting. Oh, it's probably because I put them in there one by one. That could be useful knowledge if things start melting at different rates. I could abuse that. Put something in at the last moment while I'm melting stone. Would it work? I have no idea, but that's what we do science for. We can scientifically figure it out. Well, I was going to go place this down. No, you have a much greater purpose, my friend. You are here to help me organize. Wow, this is such a low chance from I need better meshes. But the end mesh, yeah, tier 7. Gives just a 55% chance for each. Wow, those are extremely low. For an end game mesh, 55% chance sounds ludicrous. I guess when you put in a bunch of speed upgrades and it's going at Mach 30, maybe 55% makes more sense, but still. I hope this pack doesn't get too grind focus of me AFKing in a world for 7 hours to get one piece. I came here looking for relaxing Skyblock, not Greg Tech. So, and honestly, who knows? Maybe one day I will record myself playing the torture that is Greg Tech. That might be a fun project to work on as we look out on the world. I still haven't explored much of it, but I feel like we've seen most of the cool stuff, and I don't see any chests on any of those things down there. Could be useful to grab some oak wood from for a sign for that one quest, but we'll have to see. For now, as we wind down the episode, make some more bread, eat some more bread. I've also thought about maybe streaming probably a different pack than this one, so I can keep this one as a video exclusive, but I do know Stone Block, I think it's Stone Block 4 is what we're on now. Played through a bit of that with a friend. It was a lot of fun. Maybe I can stream an entire playthrough of that now that I understand a bit more of it. It's a very unique setup. If you guys like mod pack stuff, obviously if you're watching this, you probably do, but yes, let me... Okay, so simple controller. Melt this down. Making a new strainer, because this one's about to run out any minute now. And solidify. Beautiful. Alright. As we come across the 45-minute mark where I'm hoping to cut most of these. We're not going to make a strainer in time. Or, not enough. If we get really lucky, maybe, but I just want to... We'll go a little longer. I want to demonstrate what these things do. So I just have to hope RNGesus is on my side. There goes all of that dirt. We appear to have made a little cobblestone from it as well. That is... wow. Okay. Yeah, the cobblestone generator was not necessary. I don't know if they thought about someone making that. I feel like this is just gonna plug up my whole system now. Yeah, we have void upgrades. Drawers are gonna be able to use that, thankfully, but what is the rate on these? Oh my god. And it's in sets of 4? What is the max rate? It lowers the rate at max levels because it knows people are going to have so many of them. Honestly, I don't know if I need that right now. I guess I don't have a way to automate my current cobblestone generator, so this is how I'd have to do it. Come on, I just need literally one of either of them, and I can complete this. I think that might be a good place to build some sort of house off of good foundation. Wow, it's giving me nothing. Just do busy work in the background. Always be doing something in your modded worlds. It's still giving me nothing. I think that one actually gave me, like, not even more rocks or stones 2 times in a row. Okay, that one at least gave me rocks and stones, so it's still working, but that's kind of crazy that I'm getting this unlucky. I just need one. There we go. Alright, into sandstone. Place it, transform it, smelt it. Waste so much charcoal doing this process. Speaking of charcoal, keep the thing flowing. And we now have a strainer tank. This allows you to ignore these, or the flowing of water, and makes these a lot easier to set up in actual machined areas so that you can keep your automation flowing, pun intended, while keeping everything else moving. But as I claim my quests here and go to the completionist tab to also... Ooh, a weapon bag. It gave me a bow. I guess I do have the ability, if I set up a chicken farm, I could make arrows. I have infinite flint from the cutting board, but all of that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 2 of Skyopolis Evolved. Next episode, we will start on the summoning chapter and maybe even finish out survival. Take care.